Hey, it's Dan, welcome back. This is iAllegedly. Got a great one for you today, as I am down in Laguna Beach at Heisler Park, which overlooks the cliffs, and it's absolutely, completely stunning real estate, places to walk, places to hang out. It's just absolutely stunning. And we're gonna talk about something that's affected each and every one of us called shadow inflation. Now, this is something you may not even know about that's happening to you, but it's happening to all of us. And I'm gonna cover that, plus a lot of the national news that's going on right now. Before I get into it, please take a second, hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, we've got an email list you can join below. And if you want more access to me, we've got a Patreon channel that you can sign up for as well. Shadow inflation. Shadow inflation is when you go to a business and you are not getting the same goods and services for the money that you're paying for. And this is happening all over the country in so many different industries right now. And as I started to research this and talk to contractors and talk to other business owners, restaurateurs, it's crazy because we're paying for things that we don't even realize that we're paying for right now. First things first, when you go stay at a hotel right now, since the health crisis started, we were told, hey, we're not gonna clean your room unless you request it. If you want towels, come down to the front desk. Well, think about this, guys. That's inflation right there. You're not paying to have your room cleaned. The maid was there every day. You know, hey, I want 40 towels, okay? I want 9 shampoos. You're not getting that stuff, guys, right now. That's something that you're paying for that room, you're paying for the services, but you're not getting the room cleaned the way you used to. That's first thing. Next thing is when you attend and go to restaurants and you eat there, so many things are cut out. How many times have you bought the combo plate that came with soup or salad and now you gotta pay extra for that? Again, shadow inflation. That's a perfect example of that. So we're seeing this more and more and more. And as I researched it, we're seeing it from industries like in the construction industry. I spoke to a contractor today that told me that everything is piecemeal now, okay? Whether they do work for an insurance company or they do work directly for the homeowner, they're charging for absolutely everything that they can right now. Okay, you can say, oh, they always did that. No, they didn't. Imagine having to pay for cleanup. The contractor, let's say they do electrical work and you install a switch and he cuts a hole in the drywall. Imagine him leaving that hole there. Oh, we don't do drywall repair anymore. You can pay extra for that if you'd like that done. Huh? You guys made the hole, okay? So there's that. People are charging for things like that now. They're also charging for cleanup, okay? Imagine the guy cuts a hole in the drywall, you've got dust and crap all over your floor, and this guy is charging you for cleanup now. Line item on his invoices now. Now you can say, oh, I'd never hire a contractor like that. Maybe not, but this is happening more and more and more right now. So again, are you seeing this? I am. It's happening with so many other industries too. Now, with mid-level restaurants like Chili's and Applebee's and places like Olive Garden, they have the ordering at the table where you've got a kiosk basically on your table that you can order things from. Some of these have games on them and things like that, but it also makes it so that you don't have to have as many servers. Now, there are places like that that also have mandatory checkout through those devices. Now with that mandatory checkout, think about it. They don't have to deal with somebody handling money. If you're gonna swipe your credit card, you do it right at your table. Do you wanna have a tip? You got that sliding scale where you tell them, I wanna give you 20%, 0, $1, nothing, whatever, but that's on there. And again, shadow inflation because you're paying for less services. So are you seeing this? I'm seeing it. Auto industry right now is not allowing a lot of custom orders for the same price vehicles. So, oh, you want that yellow car? Sorry, You got beige, you got black, you got the red one. Okay, we can custom order it, but it's gonna be $18,000 more, and you're gonna have to wait 6 to 8 months if we can get it. So again, shadow inflation. You're paying it for everything. And we're seeing it in services, we're seeing it in merchandise, we're seeing it with restaurants, we're seeing it everywhere. And again, this is something that's not talked about because you're paying the same and getting less. Now, shrinkflation, different because you're paying the same and getting less merchandise. This is services that you're paying for that you should be getting more for. And again, when you start to look at all this stuff, and as I researched all this, there's a bunch of stories in the video description. Everybody complained about the cleanliness of restaurants and how it's gone downhill since the health crisis started, and that people are not cleaning. Well, guess what, guys? Less busboys, less cleaners in the restaurant. The waiter is now the busboy. It's happening all the time. Again, your shadow inflation right there. So share your thoughts on this. I really want to know what you think about this, how it's affecting you. Also, I love this park, okay? This place, when I was a kid, my wicked stepmother used to rent this place right there, okay? And we used to go there a lot, and as a kid, and play on the beach and stuff like that, and haven't been there since. But this park is just beautiful. It's got restrooms, it's got all these different places to sit. You're right above the water. The water here and the beach here is still closed because of the oil spill. The tide today is incredibly high, so you couldn't be on the sand. Normally you could go down there, and I will go down there for you guys, but you'd be able to, lay a beach towel and sit out there. You just can't do it right now. So, just high tide. China's got huge problems right now. And first things first is their bond market is absolutely collapsing because of the Evergrande scandal. And Evergrande missed its third payment to foreign bondholders. Okay? So again, huge problem. China has got massive problems with this. And again, remember guys, 2008, Lehman Brothers. How is that going to affect a worldwide economy? It did when Lehman Brothers went down. And they tried to negotiate everything up until the last minute. The stock was at $40 and it just trickled down to where it was $1, $2. It was nothing at the end. Well, Evergrande is going to be as big, if not a bigger problem right now. And you're seeing that with the Chinese bond market as it collapses, okay? The water's closed. I love a sign like this that's just slathered in sand because the tide was so high and splashed against it. But that being said, again, you've got normally a lifeguard on duty, but the tide is kind of high right now, so the waves are crashing in. There's no lifeguard, so I'm not going out there. But anyways, the other thing with China is they have such a problem right now with energy that they have the same port problem that we have, where ships are backed up and they cannot unload fast enough with the merchandise that they're bringing in to the Chinese ports. Now, they don't have the energy to run their ports. So again, when they built their infrastructure, they didn't plan on this. Now you can sit there and say, coal is bad, gas is bad, oil is bad, blah, 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 okay? The problem with it is that they didn't plan the infrastructure well enough, and now they cannot even have, they don't have enough energy and enough power to manage their ports right now to keep them open right now. So if you don't think that's gonna be a problem worldwide, again, guys, trouble's coming sooner than later. Lebanon, I keep hearing the story about Lebanon. Lebanon has a power failure right now, and it's been days that they have not let people live with lights and power and things like that. Now guys, again, you can talk, oh, it's Lebanon, Dan, it's not like the US. you need to be ready. What would happen if your power grid in your state went down for a week, 2 weeks, and you couldn't get to the ATM, you couldn't get to the drugstore, you couldn't get to the bank, couldn't pay your bills, couldn't live with electricity. Now there's people that have medical devices and things like that that have to live with electricity in their home 24/7. What would you do? Do you have a backup generator? We saw this in the winter when areas like Dallas, areas like Austin got hit with that cold spell that they never expected. Are you ready for that? Do you have a little extra cash in the house? You know, I finally got a friend of mine, you know, get an extra 30 days of your prescriptions backed up, talk to your doctor, talk to the insurance company, find out what they're going to charge for that, and get it. So she did it. I found a lucky quarter in the sand. And she did it, and she's going to sleep much better at night because I helped her pick them up today. So share your thoughts on all this stuff. Do you think the Chinese problem is going to be a problem for us? I do. And again, the real estate and everything that's happened is absolutely chaotic, and it's only going to get worse. You're going to see people need to turn to different investments like gold, silver, metals, and things like that. So share your thoughts on this. I really want to know what you guys are thinking about that. One thing that we cannot avoid right now is inflation. Can't avoid higher prices. We're seeing them in absolutely everything that we do. But the CEO of Kraft Heinz, the maker of everything, cheese, sauces, everything that you could possibly think of, has said, Miguel, his name, CEO is Miguel Patricio. He said, prices are high, they're gonna go higher, you need to get used to it. Okay, thanks jerk for putting it that way. But he is talking about how everything that they are dealing with is more expensive right now. And they're dealing with it in more and more and more ways that's affecting everything. Now, he wants to blame it on the truckers shortage in the UK. Again, preposterous, because the supply chains are broken well beyond the truckers, okay? So again, people pick what they're angry about. This guy's angry about the trucking unions, clearly, but we're seeing everything spiking. There's a great article on Bloomberg about how everything is shooting up. Think about this. Fertilizer has hit a 25-year high. Well, you need fertilizer for your plants. And with that, it's making food prices skyrocket. A great interview that I read from an onion grower has talked about all of his costs have gone up 40%. 40% for everything that this guy buys. So with a 40% increase in his costs, what's gonna happen to the price of onions? Onions are in everything. I don't like onions, guys. It's spicy and it bothers my stomach. They're in everything, guys. You eat a sauce, it's pretty much got an onion in it, it looks like. So again, all of these things that are affecting us, and the inflation that we are seeing is in absolutely everything right now. But Kraft Heinz, just reading this article got me furious, because remember, this is transitory. This is not going to last. Then Jay Powell came out and said, inflation will moderate. It will ease off. And now, hey, get used to it. How do you get used to it if you're on a fixed income? I was at breakfast this morning and somebody brought up the fact that the middle class is getting destroyed and that the poor is getting subsidies, the rich are doing great, but the middle class is getting destroyed. They're the ones that have to pay for cereal, for vegetables and things like that on a regular basis, and they're having a huge toll in the middle class right now. So share your thoughts if this stuff is affecting you guys right now, because I see it. And as I research these things, I mean, there's so much to talk about with this, but I'm tired of, hey, look over here, it's not that bad. No, it is bad, guys, it is bad. But again, tell us what's gonna happen with this stuff and where you think it's headed, because again, prices are going up to sky high levels, and everything that has anything to do with anything that you buy, there's either a shortage of it or the price is going up. So share your thoughts on this. Let me know what you think. I'm really curious as to what you guys are thinking about this. I love coming up here because even as you walk on top of the cliff, you've got all the crashing waves beneath you. It's just beautiful. birds, places to sit. Again, just an absolute beautiful place to hang out, and it's fantastic. So there are two studies that I want to point out to you guys. First things first is Dartmouth College, University College of London, and Michigan State University did a report on the potential for a recession. And if consumer sentiment doesn't get better, even though we have these fantastic economic indicators, we could go into a recession. Okay, again, that's absolutely preposterous, guys. We are in, okay, Dan's predicting this, that we're in a recession right now. This is not good economic times right now. These are horrible right now. Janet Yellen right now is talking about if the debt ceiling doesn't get raised, we're gonna go into recession. So again, foreshadowing what's gonna happen, this is a recession. This is going to be depressionary times that we're going to see. You're going to see catastrophic things happen as a result of this. But these reports, when you read them, and they'll be in the link below, they talk about how great consumer sentiment is, and hiring is at a plus right now, and everybody, you know, the job market's really strong. No, it's not, guys. People are cutting back. Businesses that you know, that you've been to for 10, 15, 20 years are going to close. You're going to see so many people go out of business because they can pull snafus, they can have computers on the table to have people order things and cut back every way they can. But if they don't have enough money to get through this time right now and have massive sales to make up for the expenses and the increased prices, they're going to go out of business. It's going to happen. You're going to see neighborhood companies that you've had great relationships completely be done. It's just going to happen. But then the debt ceiling nonsense that we keep talking about, Janet Yellen saying there shouldn't be a debt ceiling, we should get rid of it. And again, how many people do you know that if their credit limit, the bank called them today and said, hey, listen, that $3,000 credit limit, don't worry about it. It's as high as you want it to be. Okay, I have idiot friends, some of them, that would go, really? Really? I can go buy a motorcycle on my credit card now? Yeah, they would, okay? Now, again, you know people long enough since junior high, and you get responsible and irresponsible friends. But the United States, the Fed, wants to get rid of that and have the government in charge of a checkbook like that. Come on, people. So once again, all they wanted to do was raise the debt ceiling, and now that that's been done temporarily, they're talking about if it doesn't permanently get raised, we're going to go into recession. Again, guys, the economy is not doing well. Goldman Sachs, the big financier that most of us don't deal with, just announced that they downgraded the economy again. Okay, this is the second time they've done this in like 2 months. They've downgraded our growth and said that the economy is slipping huge, and we're not going to meet any of these goals that they thought was going to happen, and that the economy is only going to grow at a level of 5.6%, where they thought it was going to be 5.7%. And again, last time it was 4%, and again, they're predicting that things are slowing down quite a bit, which brings up a great point as far as the investment community. You know, when you deal with certain banks, like JP Morgan, and you're a high net worth individual, they are telling people to short the market right now with the high net worth individuals. But what they're putting out there to the economy, about the economy, and to the regular investor, is that the S&P 500 is going to grow like we've never seen. So guys, look at what the rich people do, the super rich. That's what you want to do. You want to look at those people and follow their lead on this stuff. That's what's most important. Don't be stuck thinking that, oh, it's okay. If your 401k is in danger, I'm not giving you investment advice, but talk to a professional about what you can do to protect it right now, because it's important. Now, it's nice to see how big the waves are right now. I mean, it's just tides in. It's really beautiful. The cool thing about this park, in addition to these trails that you have, you've got these side areas that anybody can take. You don't need to register in advance or reserve it, okay? But you've got like these barbecues here, guys. got this private area, you got a barbecue, oh, and there's the Pacific Ocean as your view. I mean, this is the coolest thing ever. Heisler Park. So we keep talking about cryptos, and Jamie Dimon popped up. A few stories were sent to me today, and Jamie Dimon again issued another statement that he said that Bitcoin is absolutely worthless and it's worth nothing. Well, as I researched this more, here's the funny thing about this. JP Morgan was going to issue its own coin last year, and they started to do the research on it, the JPM coin. Okay, well, okay, would that be worthless? Because all cryptocurrencies are worthless. These people are adults, they can do whatever they want with their money, and so, you know, share your thoughts. If JP Morgan comes out with a coin, are you guys gonna buy the coin? Because they're gonna push it, and I guarantee you, Jamie Dimon's not gonna say that it's worthless. Now, the other thing is that a lot of people have been sending me information on Shiba Inu, which is a coin that went up 367% in the last week. It's now the 12th largest cryptocurrencies. And again, guys, this has got a decimal point, 4 zeros, 271, you know, to buy it. So again, crazy. Are you guys into this stuff? Will you buy the JP Morgan coin? Does that interest you? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's crazy? Again, I thought the articles that were sent to me this morning that I read, oh, this is last week's news. No, this is a new, you know, complaint that Bitcoin's worthless. So share your thoughts on this as Bitcoin's above 50 grand again. Again, I don't own Bitcoin, so share your thoughts on it, guys. I really want to know what you guys think. And again, places like this, guys, you know, it's supposed to rain. It's beautiful out here today. Kind of a rough surf out there. You know, you still got the seekers that are looking for oil, seeing if there's anything. Some of the beaches now are open between here and south to Dana Point, but this one you can go in the sand, you just can't go in the water yet. Now Heisler Point's really cool because it's got these stairs that lead down to the water and to the tide pools down here. Tide pools are completely covered in water right now because of how high the tide is, but it's just very, very cool, guys, that you can go down there and you can normally walk in all this stuff, but the tide's really high right now. Just absolutely a beautiful place to explore and check things out at. I came down to the bottom of the stairs. I want to talk more about shadow inflation and where we're seeing additional costs. Check out these waves as they crash. This is normally an area where you could walk out, and this is a tide pool area that you can see wildlife on and cool sea urchins and starfish and things like that. But the tide's so high that you can't see it right now. But as far as the shadow inflation is concerned, we're seeing things like Whole Foods used to have free delivery for their members. Nope, delivery's $10 now. My dry cleaner, going there, they used to put a bag and separate the pants from the shirts to the jackets to everything like that. Nope, one bag per customer per order. So if I come in there and it's all thick, it's the way it is, Dan, no matter how much we like it. You're starting to see contractors charge for estimates up front. It's $25. You buy the job from us, termite guys, everybody, you buy the job, we'll give you $100 off the price of the job. So we're seeing this more and more and more as these prices go higher and higher and higher. So have you guys witnessed this? Have you seen anything like this? You're seeing surcharges based on the health crisis. We're seeing that, but you're seeing other charges where if you have only 2 people at a table that seats 4, they're gonna charge you a $20 fee for that. Crazy stuff like that is happening. So share your thoughts on this, guys. If you guys witness this, I'm trying not to get taken out by a wave for you guys. So, you know what's funny is I had a woman write me and she goes, "You go to such beautiful places. Can you do me a favor and film videos without your face in it so that we could just see all these cool stuff?" So, I don't know if you guys like that idea or not, but anyways, you get a little bit of me. So, isn't this beautiful? Just absolutely stunning down here. And then you got this staircase that just leads down to it. And again, park your car, come down here, hang out, and enjoy this. But again, it's freezing. For California, it's cold. So share your thoughts on the shadow inflation, guys. I want to know if you're experiencing it, because I'm seeing it every place where they're cutting back. Oh, you want a salad? You got to pay extra for the salad at the restaurant. Yeah, it used to be soup and salad with the meal, but they're charging extra for that. My favorite was, you want to-go utensils? It's $1 per person. So we're seeing a little bit of shadow inflation everywhere. Share your thoughts on this, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm going to close this video out with this last story, and that is from Home Depot. Home Depot has had to do drastic things over the last 6 months to make sure that they had merchandise in the stores. Sarah Gallica is the vice president in charge of transportation. And as a joke, she suggested in May that why don't we just rent our own ship and bring this stuff in ourselves. And what started as a joke has become a mainstay in the company. And Home Depot's doing some crazy things. There's an article from Business Insider I'm going to share with you guys. But they are renting their own ships. They are flying merchandise in, power tools, small items that they can ship in via plane. They're doing that now, which they've never done before because of the expense. And they're also going on the open market and buying merchandise. So when you bid against, a lot of something, you may be bidding against Home Depot right now if you're in that industry, which is crazy, guys, to think that they're doing this. But that's what they have to do to get through this supply chain nightmare that they're experiencing. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Share this with all your friends and colleagues. Again, join the email list if you want to do that. Also, don't forget that the Webull promotion is going on right now. You set up a Webull account. You can trade cryptos. You can get Bitcoin against Jamie Dimon's suggestion because it's worthless. You can get Bitcoin. You can get all that stuff for free. You can sign up and get an account. If you put any money in the account, they give you a free share of stock. Onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon. Share your thoughts on everything. I can't wait to hear from you guys, and I will see you soon.